That was your favorite meat, huh? Oh man, I'll edit that part out of
And
this live.
hey, my wife brought me there, man. I didn't my wife brought me there.
Oh Jesus! Oh man, that was hilarious. Man, I'm glad that
Right?
you had fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's too good.
and how's your shoulder blade doing, man? Are you still hurt on that area
My
too?
back's ruined and I have a cough, so every time I cough my back hurts. it's it's
Oh
the
shit.
wombo combo, man. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. All right, guys. So let me take it over for here. I'm gonna try to talk a lot, just to not hurt a little bit much Alex at crypto. Whenever you have a joke or anything that make him cough, please go for it. We want to see him suffer in the background for a little bit. Like. But do
Perfect.
not be that aggressive or neither that funny. We
You
want
can
him
pick
still
on me.
alive.
I don't mind. I deserve it. Especially when you beat someone in 10 to -1 in Halo, you deserve it.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna be explaining that again for my sanity's sake. Oh, and now he's typing in. All right, great. So, all right, let's see. Bro, did you say 35 or 65? Lol. Oh, 30, 65, I think, man. Alex, how crypto? OC guy, everyone. 109 scalp in 3 minutes this morning. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. New world record for me in terms of trading time. That is fantastic. I credit for myself. Really, really proud of you. That let's get it. Also, shout out. I mean, you deserve a shout out on the class. That is fantastic. Love to see you making profits in that. Remember, use a stop loss. Use a stop loss. So you keep making money. Let's go, let's go. So I want to give you guys a couple of heads up in here before I jump into Bitcoin. We've been talking about OM in the 4 hours, right? I think the long it's getting close if we can take a long in here, right? We still need to see if we hold the zero line or if we can do a flip of the ribbon below the zero line, all right? So why am I looking for a flip of the ribbon? I'm looking at a flip of the ribbon at the same zones that it has flipped before. So little tip in there, look at that. If I just kind of like just drag this line across, you'll see that in OM, it's been having a flip of the ribbon in the same support area, right? So yeah, we can do support and resistances on your oscillator. So that's what I'm aiming to this area for the worst case scenario. And whenever I'm getting close to this area on the oscillator, I'm gonna be close, not there yet, close, all right? So remember, I need to prepare before the signal is being given in this point. Why? Because we could be moving fast. And why is that? Because we are in an up raising channel. Usually those up raising channels tend to break to the downside. Let me give you an example. Here it is, a little bit of an up raising channel, break to the downside, all right? Somewhere around 50 to 25% to 50% of the channel. All right. Then ranging down channels, right, like this one, tend to break to the upside. Again, we measure like 50%, 25% from that ranging down channel. And then whatever the price wants to go, right? That's going to be another story. So what do we have right now? Oh, come on. Don't make me chase after you. There we go. Perfect. We have an up ranging channel, right? Or a micro trend, whatever you want to call it. So if it's a micro trend, we do a trend line. We have a trend line, all right? If it's just a micro channel in here, well then what we're gonna be looking for the bounce on the bottom of that channel line, or also at the flip of the ribbon, where when we have seen the price can do early bounces at support, all right? So that's exactly what we're expecting here. Maybe a sweep of the lows going to this area. If you can see right here, I have my next entry at 6.53 and the next entry at 6.30, right? So the first one is going to be just hitting it, trying to enter right away, but also if I do have flip of the ribbon. If I don't, I might be waiting just for the secondary entry. By the way, guys, if you don't like this plan, don't worry. I got you another suggestion, not a financial advice, of course, but you can do half of an entry right here and then aim for another half of an entry right here, all right? That way you could be averaging down somewhere around here, or yeah, averaging down here, giving you a much better entry if we even go all the way down to our a better area of entry. All right, so be careful on this trade, but the long is coming. What's going to happen if we bounce off the dynamic reactor? Because I always tell you it's not about the breakout, it's about the retest, and off we go. Well, then we are going to be seeing a little bit here of a flip of the ribbon, as we already a little bit too late for your pinpoint entry. Don't worry, let it close, right? We're going to be looking for a change of color. Why? Let me give you a tip in case you're not, if you don't know what do we have change of color. When I have my trendy settings, it is on 43. If you want to copy it, be my guest. But remember, we already have a class on how to get your setting here to play the best. Just a quick question, Alex. What is your favorite trendy setting? Just for the public to hear you out.
For me, I like depends on time frame, but I like the 8 minute dynamic reactor.
Nice. Perfect. Love it.
And then the trendy settings, I'll keep that on 8 as well.
On 8 as well. Perfect. So you guys can see the dramatic difference that our preference go for. All right. 8 and 8 says, created for myself. Great. So I like a little bit more to show the trend and not the micro trend, but also depends on your time frame, right? For me, it's kind of like a one size fits all kind of setting, just so you understand what am I aiming for. All right. Different styles, different settings. So there's not one for everyone, right? Depends on what you like to see and how your brain perceive the trends. All right. So basically that is it. I use 43. Alex uses 8. All right. So once we have this, look at that. I have G mode on. What does G mode does? This is God mode. It turned off the signals. So why in the world am I giving it a setting, turning it on, if I'm going to turn off the signals? Let me give you a little bit of a practice advising here, which is the candle highlights. If I turn off, let's do this. If I turn off my candle highlights, let's just wait a little bit for this little eye to go away or to stop moving. There we go. I have no color code based on the trend. All right. Important, very important. Your candle highlights on trend static depends on your 43. Let me turn off G mode. All right. Now that I have G mode off, now I'm going to be seeing the signals. Let's wait for this little eye to stop moving. All right. And I have a sell signal here. All right. Once I turn on my candle highlights, you'll see that the highlights change with the signal. You see, signal, highlight, the candle changes. All right. So I no longer need to see the bulk of the signal here if I can see where exactly it's changing. Therefore, I do want to use G mode while also having my trendy turn on. Remember, if you have autopilot, regardless what you have here, the autopilot is going to be overriding it to whatever it wants, right? And it's going to be dynamic. So just bear in mind that if you're going to be setting your manual trendy, you need to turn off your autopilot, all right? So just a little bit of a logic on how am I using this stuff, right? So you maybe can follow along. So at this point, what am I going to be looking if I'm a little bit too late for this entry? Well, then I'm going to be looking a change of color, green, right? And we don't enter at breakouts. We don't enter at signals. We enter at retest, right? Remember, we have the sell signal here, and we enter on the retest on the previous either support or resistance. You see that? So give me just guys 1 second, please. So sorry about this.
The Mexican SRC SEC is coming for your electricity bill.
Oh, by the way, I'm already full automated from the electricity. I'm consuming nothing. So full batteries and panels. Finally. Finally. All right, so let's go and let's wrap this up. So remember, we don't enter in breakouts, we enter in retest, right? The same thing we're going to be doing here. Breakout, right? Retest, and then we wait for the confirmation. Once we have the confirmation, maybe we're gonna be waiting for the overshoot, the retest. Look at that on the trend line, which by the way, remember we marked it manually and now it's automated right there, right? So you can save yourself a couple of clicks by just adding your trend lines on your Market Dynamics Pro. And we're gonna be looking for that next area of support. Where is it gonna be that support? Well, we have the trend line. We already have a big volume zone in here, right? What else could we be maybe looking at that area? Well, oh, we need to take a look at those in a minute. But maybe we have, oh, there we go. We can have support and resistances. Let me see where they are. So not really a support. Oh, yeah, a previous weekly high at that zone, all right? So as you can see, we do have a couple of support zones. They're gonna variate as long as we move forward in time, all right? So once we are going back down here, that's gonna be our entry area executing the trade, all right? And then off we go, TP number 1, TP number 2, and the rest is trailing, right? So this is what I'm gonna be expecting, something along the lines. Remember, this is not perfect, but this is gonna be playing out around these lines, all right? So other than that, guys, that's what we got on OM. And then let's take a look at Bitcoin. So before I move out, let me just do a couple of alerts here. I already have this one. So I'm gonna be adding this at the top. And why am I adding this at the top? Because after I hit it, I'm gonna be waiting for the retracement. All right. So that is basically a hey, OC, heads up, because you don't want to miss the next trade if it's already playing out. All right. Let's go to Bitcoin here. Let's zoom out. Let's get started on the 4 hour and see what I got on the 4 hours. So the 4 hour, we are, as we were expecting, we are pushing to the upside above the 0 line. This is good and this is bullish, all right? Also, we are at the top, and despite we've been bouncing off it, this is highly bullish. That means that the rejection, it's gonna be less important, with less strength, all right? So we reject, and as you can see, almost at the same zone, right? And finally, we'll see if we reject. We do have another trend line at this point, but we are threading to be above of the 0 line, which means we have a real chance this time to break through. Something that we need to note in here is that we have dynamic reactor in here. So most likely we're going to be breaking through, rejecting, finding support on previous resistance. And then, if everything goes well, off we go. Today is Jerome Powell's speech. This is going to be driving the markets, regardless your technicals. We're talking about fundamentals. So whatever he decides to say, on how he decides to say it, is going to absolutely impact the market structure, all right? So we need to be careful not to be trapped in a breakout retest, and off we go to a downside if the speech is hawkish, bearish. So let's go here and let's finish it up going to a lower time frames. Let me go and get started with the 15 minutes, and I'm gonna be changing to a cleaner setup in here. So let's go to this area right here. All right. So far on lower time frames, let's get started with the bare basics, right? We have an uptrending line in here. We can do it like this, or we can ignore this part and then just take the other rest of the lines, right? They're pretty much equal. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you kind of feel comfortable of how they're playing out. We are getting into our resistance zone, and what are we going to be expecting for a long? A bounce of the trend line, but so far we already overextended. So I would rather see a breakout, retest, off we go, going back to that 25-50% retracement, and then looking not to lose the 0 line. So keep up being above of the 0 line. That's gonna be an entry for a continuation up. All right. If we don't, or if we start losing the trend line in here, we could be aiming for a short on the retest. It's not about the breakout, It's about your retest, and you shorted TP1, TP2, TP3. All right. Again, remember at this point we could be possibly entering for a long position on the 15 minutes. So that's what I got so far. Let me pass it over to you, Alex, and then I'll take it back as soon as you're over. Just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to keep it up.
You're so bearish, man. You and Piper, I just call it the Bear Academy, man.
Well, I just push it like I just say that Bitcoin is looking bullish, isn't it?
I guess so. Whoa, did you see the new share your screen tabs now? It's all new. Have you
Oh,
seen it?
mine
The
had
updated
changed from the
Discord?
last week.
Mine's all fresh now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so pretty good morning. Made $300. So just like what we have here is a really big grind up. So in my opinion, I'm looking for the short right now, just waiting. Uh what's really allowed us to make money in kind of my community is treating this like a range. So we had the beautiful balloon dog last night. You can't draw the balloon dog any better in here. You got your beautiful balloon dog here that breaks out, double bottom bull pennant, continuation trade. Very nice move. The problem with this right here is it's in my I call this unsustainable price action. Okay, so this here is all liquidity. They're building longs all the way through here, and typically this does eventually get recovered. So that's why I am looking for a squeeze down, especially after the XRP news. If we're zooming into what happened this morning, we were able to catch a long here and get out here. Literally a quick little $100 scalp. I mean, this could turn into a much bigger trade. Depends on your style of trading, right? But we were actually able to catch this bottom right here. And it has clearly just come back to kind of squeeze people on its truck up here. So this is a lot better in comparison to the Asian market pushing us up and just chopping. Okay, so this is the liquidity in here. If we can come back and get it today, I wouldn't be surprised, especially with FOMC. Depends on what we know. There's no cuts today. That's obvious. So no cuts, but they're going to be listening with a stethoscope. You know, the ones the doctors use to see if he says anything bullish or bearish. But we are creating more liquidity. But I would say the liquidity right now is all the way down to this low here, maybe even this order block down here. So we are looking for quite a decent sweep if it does come in today at some point. Now we have our great 85,000 wall of China that price doesn't be, hasn't been able to get up here. So within this area here, I'm favoring shorts, treating it as a range. Okay, so as we continue to push here unsustainably, in my opinion, we eventually get the bear divs that break structure that we can look to get short on. Not until we have that clear break of structure. I would look for the break of structure on like a 15-minute time frame. But knowing what's going on today, it's probably going to be really fast and really hard. Okay, it's going to be one of these, and then we'll see how it reacts. Okay, that's what I would predict. Otherwise, he says, "Oh, we're going to cut rates and we're going to the moon." It's very, very dependent on what he says. Okay, everybody's listening. We have some sort of rising wedge in here. Typically breaks down. So looking for SFPs, really, right? Like for me, the short I got into this, I got short here. I took this down here for a couple $100, $200. So I'm up $300 today. Nice little trading day so far. And I don't want to overtrade because I am sick, and sometimes when you're sick, you don't see the market as well. But you can see we do have bullish momentum here, really, really holding up quite nicely all the way through here. So until we really get a crack of that momentum, until we, sweep, crack, retest, drop. That's what we would like to see. But because FOMC is today, I would expect just drop really. Uh, so don't be over don't be over leveraged in a situation like this. And if you are taking trades, that would be stop loss to entry kind of deal, taking profits early. That's how I would treat it. 70K still possibility, absolutely. Still very much on the table. If we're looking at this as more of a macro, well, what I see right now is, you have a couple of options. Me, I would prefer 3 drives down here, so I would prefer another drive into here somewhere. Very simply, just keeping it like this. Looking for a drive into this low in here, giving us 3 drives to bounce out in continuation. Now, it does seem as though we're getting a pump right now. So, what I am looking for is some sort of significant high. I'm really interested in this area right in here, which is around 86,000. Okay. That area is going to be my special level. You see, if we go swing high to swing low in here, what we see is very simply a golden pocket and the liquidity zone as well before we rolled over here. Okay, so there's still shorts that are in shorts here looking for this thing to break down. Now, we are forming an ascending triangle right now. We did put in a higher low yesterday at a 786 bounce. So if you go swing high to swing low to swing high, and here we bounced off of our 786 and we have pushed up into the top of this beautiful ascending triangle. Now, this is a very bullish pattern. Okay, so this can break out quite nicely. I think you measure it from here. You stick this on top, whatever. Who cares? We just know that this is bullish, but we are still in a downtrend. So for us, we need to remain patient. I wouldn't be FOMOing in up at the top right now because that's what you're doing if you're buying this right here. Okay, our long trade was down here yesterday, but with the amount of, I guess, news driven price action, which is going to happen today. Not only did they give us XRP to the moon, but, they just dropped the court case, right? So, but you look around, right? Even XRP, you look around at things like SUI. SUI is a good indicator of what's kind of going on right now. You have the same thing, ascending triangle, nice bottoming structure. Okay, you can see this as well. So trying to break out, retest continuation on these alts, trying to find a low and trying to push back up into some support and flip it as support. Some resistance flipping it into support. Okay, so your altcoins trying to move, right? They're all trying to move here. You all have the same kind of thing going on, right? Some are stronger than others. Tia's pretty strong. Ugh, Madonna. uh, don't worry, I'm not done with you yet. Uh, so you do have some altcoins looking strong here near as well. You have this ascending triangle right near. Uh, obviously, we have XRP, Optimism, very similar pattern all the way across the board, right? And we have Bitcoin dominance dropping, which is good. Which is good. Now, don't get me wrong. This looks great. This is still 61%. Okay, don't get too excited, please, please. Okay, not until we come down to 54 do we get excited. Okay, going back over here. So Bitcoin's Big Daddy, right? Now the thing with these ascending triangles is you can sometimes get fake outs. Okay, and these fake outs can be very painful. Okay, where you get all excited, breakout retest. Okay, breakout retest to zero. Now 72 being on the table, absolutely. We zoom out here on our daily, right? If we go and swing low to swing high, we can see that we do have our golden pocket down here at 70, 72. Okay. Retest liquidity in the lows in here as well. So if we do get a wick down into here, it's still on the table very much. Okay, we do have a little order block stop off here as well at 75.8, 74.8 as well. Okay, but this would be hopefully where we would land if we do get some sort of bearish news. Now, Jerome Powell, if he coughs after he says something, this is the signal, okay? You only hear this magical listen today for the cough. When he coughs, you will know if it's important or not. He'll say, well, we're trying to ease monetary policies, blah, 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 blah. That's when you know whatever he just said, important, okay? Listen for the cough. You will see what I mean. If you back test his coughs, you can make money. Trust me, it's crazy. Just saying. So Bitcoin unsustainable, pushing upwards, trying to get above 84. Unsustainable. Looking for SFP, push up. Everybody excited. Wrecked. Okay. This is building longs, building longs, building longs, right? And great, but we need to be prepared. Okay. Now we're getting a reversal sun here on our 8 minute. Let's see our 8 minutes. See the 8 minute. This is what we were talking about before. Your trendy 8 here on your 8 minute. I don't know. It's pretty accurate for me. Look at the reversal call here. Pretty good front run of the reversal call here. This is the one that I found to be like for back testing the best. Pretty good. Obviously, don't take it as, come on, you're gonna just a little box on your screen. You're gonna use it as confirmation of your idea that you've already built, right? That's gonna make you profitable. Then you add a dynamic reactor. Holding the dynamic reactor with a buy signal, you press buy. Dynamic reactor flip screen, right? Buy signal, stop loss below this low here. You can target the highs. Would have worked out great, right? Crossing, dump, crossing the dynamic reactor. Okay, sell signal. That would have been good. That would have been good, right? So using it in conjunction with another tool is always something. And then I would, this partnered with this. Three things. I always suggest learn three things and make a strategy, right? So maybe get your quantum reactor off of here. Quantum reactor is great too, but you can take that off. Dynamic reactor, 8 minute time frame. Okay. Trendy 8. No G mode. And see if it works for you. You can build a strategy around this, right? It's all here for you. You just got to put in the effort and the work around building a strategy, back test it, and you can make money, right? Buy signal uptrend, right? No trade here because you're in a downtrend, right? So dynamic reactor will give you good trend information, which is always, in my opinion, if you add the trend to your trading, you will increase your probabilities by 5%, right? So you want to be taking longs here. It's much harder to take the long here on a downtrend. It requires you to be able to do looking left confluence. So you got to look this way to build a key level in order to take the trade in the opposite direction. And then you have to know what reversal structure looks like. So it's a lot more harder. I mean, this is a perfect balloon dog in here. Reversal structure, double bottom, 786 level. But unless you know how to find your 786, identify trend change, market structure switch, and continuation out, It's a lot easier to go bing bing and okay, buy and sell in with trend, right? It's always going to be, you don't have to buy the bottoms to make money in this game. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to get long here and here to make money. You can get long here, you can get long here, and you can still make lots of money. Okay? Good push right now. I'm going to get Short Prime to make an indicator for me one day. One day. I think maybe when I've worked here, my 1 year anniversary, I'm going to request a Short Prime indicator. Maybe they'll give it to me. We'll see.
Absolutely. As soon as you feel better, we'll start working on it.
I know exactly what I want on it.
Oh, perfect. All right, let's we are 9:42. We are still have 15 minutes left. Let me try to wrap things up in the last 5 more minutes so we can go rest and Alex to get better so we don't wear your voice out, your beautiful voice out. Because you're gonna need some vocal cords to scream where you're falling out the edge on Halo. Look at him. Look at him. What was he? Happy is really happy again. Alex dead. Hey, Buck. What's up? By the way, shout out to Buck. Also, I do see here in the chat somebody very special to us. Jiwi, what's up? If you guys see this dot guys, send him a thumbs up. So what's up? Welcome. Great to have you here around. Also, we have CryptoBoy, your credit for my soul. We also have, as always, the Samurai One Way. What's up, my friend? We have Melissa Protocol, the next Samurai. Buck the Samurai again. By the way, if you don't know what a Samurai is, it's all of the users that have been here with us, participating, engaging, and we consider them part of the family. Like they have been here in for a long time and have been sharing their success stories and also their trip with us. So yeah. Who else we have? Little Fish. Do we have Little Fish in here? He never misses a class. Dagat DT Samurai. What's up, my friend? Little Fish. Yes, we have him right here. The third one here for my screen. Little Fish Samurai. 2-1. What's up, my friend? I haven't added you the Samurai role. I will add it to you. I think today. We'll see. Vyash, what's up? Also, we have Ayash in here. And Crypto Chiva also. I've been seeing you around. Lucky Deal. Oh man, you changed your picture. I almost skipped you, but no, Samurai Lucky Deal. Welcome, my friend. J200 plus. I think you're new, but I've been seeing you a lot around. So welcome, my friend. Who else we have? Oh, also we have Fritz from the support team. What's up, my friend? Welcome. So let me see. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone in here. All right, so let me wrap it up here really quick on what we're seeing. I want to answer a question from Joel. 70K, is it possible? A possibility? The answer is yes, right? But let me show you what happens, and I'm not telling you because this is a little caveat here that 70K is still a possibility. It doesn't mean that we're gonna be going to 70K right now, right? It doesn't mean that we cannot be hitting some highs before breaking. Oh, look at that, Alex. I'm gonna be using that for my intro. The samurai order. I love it, man. Oh, so take a look at what I have on screen at this point. This is a YKF accumulation scheme, right? This is what we're expecting to happen after the rounded top here at the top, of course, right? So look at how the jagged edge is coming all the way down here, and we hit 75, right? All the way up here, and we were supposed to only hit 84-ish, but the markets are imperfectly perfect, right? We went all the way up here. Then we did the secondary bounce right here where we were expecting at 76, right? Now we're going up, and I do expect a rejection out of 88,500 or 88,600, right? I mean, we can even break and retest going as high as this area and then come back down. All right. So remember that this is daily, which means look at this. We can still hit 70K, right? All the way to 70K, especially on the spring, right? Either here or here. So is it a possibility? Absolutely it is. How big of a possibility? I would say I'm going to be aiming for a 30% positive chances of hitting 70K, all right? How much of a possibility to go back down to 78? I will actually be, or to 80K, I will actually be increasing that to something like 60% chances to hitting 80K. Again, chances, not for sure, right? Not like we're going there right now, make a short. No, 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 that's not what I'm saying. Open up short, not that's not what I'm saying, right? Let's go to a lower time frame to see a little bit on what that jagged edge is, right? How it looks like. Remember, right here, we could be going up, breakout retest, maybe hit all the way up here, right? Like before, right? Breakout retest, breakout retest, breakout retest, breakout retest, not the other way around, and then keep falling behind. So this is what we could be expecting. You see that? So is this for sure? Absolutely not. Is still on the table? Absolutely yes. All right. So that's the only thing that I want to wrap this class today with. And I see, oh, look at that, the folder of all of the others. Oh man, I love it. Nice. I need to make my own wall like that. I don't know. Maybe I just feel I don't have a pet, right, that represents me. But I did take some funny pictures. In fact, one of those pictures, I was actually falling off a chair accidentally. So maybe I just used that one. It's kind of funny. I shared it once in the chat. All right. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining today. Alex, thank you so much for coming to the class. Even you are almost right there at the edge of death because of your back and your throat. But I
Okay,
really
man.
wish you to get well soon.
I'll be all right, man. Thanks for saying that, and you guys have a great day. Stay away from the FOMC. Just wait for the shenanigans to happen, and then go from there.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining. And as always, see you guys tomorrow.